Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports.
Welcome back into the program. Now that the off season is sort of underway, we'll be doing more of these a lot more regularly from now on, keeping you up to date on all the baseball news, all the football off season. Got some golf news we may get into on one or two of these programs as well. All of the Texas A&M athletics that are happening now on into and through football season. Wanted to talk a little bit about an ex-Aggies running back, Devon Achane, who, by the way, has now changed the spelling of his name. Was always just D-E-V-O-N his time here with A&M. Now that he's a professional, though, in the NFL, he put an apostrophe in there so that people can probably know how to pronounce his name a little bit easier and not call him Devin, as a lot of the NFL pro scouts and some of the people at the Combine were doing who were unfamiliar with him in college. So little tidbit on his name there for you. But we know that, Achane shined as an Aggie here for several seasons, and the Miami Dolphins took note of that, and they drafted him in last month's NFL draft there in late April with the 84th overall pick in the 3rd round. And when that happened, the general, I think, reaction was kind of the same. He's a speedster, and we're going to add now even more speed to that blistering fast Dolphins offense. That's all we need, right? The rest of the AFC East anyway. Now, Miami did re-sign both of its free agent running backs too here this offseason. Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson both combined for 1,283 yards and 6 touchdowns last year, but Achane is expected to add a completely new dynamic to Mike McDaniel's offense there in Miami. And on Tuesday of this week, Miami Dolphins put out on their website indicating that Achane was one of the early standouts in the early offseason here with OTAs underway. Describing what he was doing was, quote, chewing up yardage, end quote. And we're all familiar with that from watching him in Aggie land, right? So that's no surprise to us. We know that here with the Aggies, 1,102 yards, 8 touchdowns. But I think what the pros saw and what the Dolphins saw was that 4.32 40-yard dash speed and how that would fit in with the already speedy Miami Dolphins. Speed is already the name of the game in Miami. You've got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and then, of course, Mostert. They run 4.29, 4.37, and 4.32 40s, and Achane's going to fit right in with that. And along with carrying the speed, apparently he's bulking up a little bit. He's already up to 192 pounds. He was listed here his senior year as 188 pounds. Yes, it's only 4 pounds, but he's just now starting. He doesn't want to take away any of that speed either, but he's going to bulk up for just a little bit here in the NFL. He'd probably get up to a little bit over 200 pounds by the time it's all said and done to sort of be able to withstand that beating of NFL linebackers, NFL safeties. And we know, looking back, if we were trying to think of an existing or former NFL running back maybe that Achane was going to be compared to, Mel Kiper took care of that for us before the draft, likening Achane's game to a little bit of Darren Sproles. And we know Darren Sproles was a speedster. Darren Sproles got the job done in several different aspects of the offenses that he played on. Kiper said, quote, "That's because Achane has a ton of value as a returner and in the passing game. He needs to hit his ceiling and to be as productive as Sproles, of course, but he is my 3rd-ranked back in the class," end quote. And Miami coach Mike McDaniel has not been subtle about his love for Devon Achane and what he can bring to the offense. There's no question they're going to steer some of these plays here coming into next year for Devon Achane to take advantage of some of that speed. You'll probably have some misdirection with some of these other running backs they've got, with Tyreek Hill, some of the other wide receivers. So I don't know that I expected this or that I would have said this a month ago, but I expect Achane to have a huge impact on the Dolphins offense very early on in the season. And I don't know that I would have said that without having sort of been looking at what he's doing there in OTAs early this offseason. Of course, we'll get more for you from Dolphins training camp regarding Achane as the offseason goes on, as we get closer to the preseason. I'll keep you guys up to date on all of that stuff, as we may have a bona fide NFL star from Aggie land playing on the East Coast next year. So that's going to do it for our show today. I am IndyCar Tim. Find me on Twitter at IndyCar Tim. The network is at FanStream DSP. We are the Aggies Daily Blitz right here on FanStream Sports. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you reach out to me. Leave a comment here on the YouTube portion of the page here if you'd like to discuss anything with me. I'd love to hear from you. I would appreciate it very much. And until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.